Hi, today we're going to learn a chapter called The Morning After. This is a beautiful poem written by William Wordsworth. So let's read the poem first. The poem says, "There was a roaring in the wind all night. The rain came heavily and fell in floods. But now the sun is rising calm and bright. The birds are singing in the distant woods. Over his own sweet voice the stark dove broods. The jay makes answer as the magpie chatters, and all the air is filled with pleasant noise of waters." So, in the beginning of the sentence, the poet is describing a night when it was raining very heavily, and he's using the word roaring to explain that the night was very dark, and of course, very dark. And roaring is to signify that the rain was very heavy with thunderstorms and lightning, right? So it looked like it's compared to roaring because when a tiger roars, there's loud noise. The rain came heavily, so it was a very heavy rain, and all the places were flooded with water. And then the poem speaks about the following morning. Uh, the night is gone, the rainfall has stopped, and now the sun is rising and the day is calm and bright. It's a new day, it's a fresh start. And what happens during this? The birds, they're doing something, right? And the waters are doing something. So, what are the birds doing? The birds are they are singing in the distant woods. Woods means forests, right? And the stock dove is a kind of a bird which is like a pigeon, and it broods. So broods means it's a kind of sound that it makes. So it's a very sweet voice. So some birds are singing in the forest, the wild birds, and the stock dove also. It is with its sweet voice, it is brooding. And then there's the jay and the magpie. This is a bird, this is also a bird, and both of them are chattering. Magpie is talking and the jay is answering. Alright, so both of them are talking. And what about the waters? The waters are making pleasant noise. So if you must have noticed that when the streams or the brooks or the rivers are flowing, they make noise. So this is what this line is signifying. Let's move on to the next paragraph now. In the next paragraph, the poet says, "All things that love the sun are out of doors. The sky rejoices in the morning's birth." So all things, it's very simple to understand. So all the things that love the sun. So there are certain animals which love to be in the sun, and certain animals which like to live under the ground in the dark. So all those animals, all those things which love the sunlight are out of their houses. Out of the door means they're outside. And the sky is rejoicing in the morning's birth. So the sky is also happy that the new morning has begun. The grass is bright with raindrops on the moors. The hare is running races in her mouth. So the color of the grass, if you see if it doesn't rain for a very long time, then the grass becomes dusty and you don't see the fresh green color of the grass. But now that it has rained, you can still see the raindrops on the grass and they look so fresh and green. A hare is an animal just like a rabbit, and it is also running in the moors. Moors are the places which is full of grass. And with her feet she from the plashy earth raises a mist that glittering in the sun. So the hare is now running, and with her feet she from plashy earth. Plashy earth means a wet earth, right? So which is muddy. So the hare is running from here and there, and she raises a mist that glittering in the sun. So she uh, rises above the mist. Mist is like dew, fog, right? And now she can see the glittering sun. So she's running towards the shining sun. runs with her all the way wherever she doth run. So the sunlight that is falling, so wherever she is running, it looks like the sunlight is following the hair. So she is running towards the sun, and she is also enjoying the bright new morning. So this is what the poem is about. This is written by William Wordsworth and from a book called Resolution and Independence. So let's see what are the questions here. Describe the behavior of birds and animals on the morning of after the storm. So here you will see the answer is this that the answer is this that the stock dove, it is brooding. There are some birds who are making sounds in the wild forest in the woods, and jay and the the jay is answering to the, what was that bird's name, to the magpie chattering. Yeah, so here it is. And this is how the birds are reacting. And then the next question is, how does the morning differ from the night before? Is there anything we can learn from this? So the night was violent, it was stormy, it was violent, it was noisy, right? But the morning was very calm and quiet and bright. So yes, we can learn what we understand from this chapter, from these two lines, is just that the if you see, there are people also, we as human beings also have emotions like this, when sometimes some people are very violent, or there are some incidents or some circumstances when we become violent and loud, right? But again, when we are at peace, we are at calm, then everything seems to be silent and everything seems to be peaceful. Explain the lines. There was a roaring in the wind all night. So roaring in the wind, it looked like the night was very angry. Yes, and the wind was roaring and seemed very violent and destructive. So the night was not quiet. It was very noisy. The jay makes answer as a magpie chatters. So it looks like they are talking, and the jay is responding to whatever the magpie is saying. They both are birds. The sky rejoices in the morning's birth. So rejoices in the morning birth. So the sky is very clear and green, and the sky also looks very nice and clean. So it looked like it is happy that a new morning has begun. Just like we feel happy, right? When something we get to see something new. So that's about it. I will give you some more questions. You can go ahead and take out your notebooks and practice writing the answers. Yeah, thank you so much.